And you know, I've been thinking about this. I was trying to understand what was going on with my Google Drive as my YouTube channel had filled up my drive. And I'm wondering why that is, because I have Google One, and if y'all paying that $99 a year so that your files can be uploaded to the Google Drive, why in the hell is your goddamn phone storage independently filling up? Filling up on your hard drive, on your computer, and filling up on your damn cell phone. And I'm saying, you know, people who are used to being managed perhaps don't even understand what the fuck is going on. But as I have been whipped into shape, and you know, my hair is like a Naruto cut, I am free, and I understand what it is. Did you see my photo? Okay, y'all, go and check it. It's on Las Vegas Review. Hello. Because I got to come out to the Public Utilities Commission meeting and talk about all these people who don't really graduate from public school here in Nevada and have never had a pathway to freedom. But let's all understand freedom is what? Because y'all don't know what I know. But I'm going to tell you, it was an amazing journey because I've lived in an amazing journey as let me share my live. Share my live, share my live. Gotta share it there. We are Americans and no more than Americans. You can only be what you can be. It's hot out here, but not that hot yet. It's 96 degrees. And I am in Viva Las Vegas. And come on down. Right here where Mr. Bojangles just danced until he couldn't dance no more. I mean, come on now. We've heard the stories of Sammy and Ali. Well, goddamn, Mike Tyson. And Tyson got some weed here in Nevada because he be selling, he be selling the stuff. And I'm telling you, when you come here and you learn how to put your seeds in the ground. I am born in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, that is. And I have an uncle still there in Jackson, Mississippi. Is Clifford. And I'm just going to tell you that it's so difficult because, you know, we know who we connected to and we try to stay connected. But this world has defined who and what we can be. And I'm saying, really, I was born in Columbus, Mississippi. And I'm an American citizen. What can I say? I understand what it is to be a citizen because pimping ain't easy. But when you say G-O-T and D-A-M, somebody has to do it. I didn't do my hair today, but I'm going to do it. And I have 3 sons. My 3 sons, it was never like, you know, my 3 sons on the television. And we all got to watch The Cosby Show. And didn't we all love it? We loved it. I'm not saying you loved it, but I'm saying we loved it because I'm saying I'm a part of we. And you may not be a part of we. But what can I say? As pimping ain't easy. Well, thank you for the compliment. And early in the morning, it's not that early. It's already 1:19. And when you understand who you are, then you must just do your due diligence. And what that be? That be you, boo. And I'm saying as American citizens, as we all have a voice. And what does that voice do? So close to the camera, baby, I can pull it back. Okay, we can pull it back, but guess what? I ain't fat. He said, where them fans at? Hey, where them fans at? Oh, we got to put the boots on the ground because it is our time to be heard. And so here we are living in the year of 2025. In the year 2025, if I was still, well, you know, Prince ain't alive no more. And who else ain't alive? Well, Michael ain't alive no more. And Michael's music just made so much money, but when they told his mama she can't have shit, nothing. And then the one of the grandbabies is supposed to be the blood of Michael, and I'm just trying to understand. Family values are everything. But if you ain't got none, well, what can we say? In America, you have to do what? Make a choice. Who will you be? And you can say, to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable fold, but to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. But it is my quest, and I'm following that star, and it doesn't matter how hopeless, it doesn't matter how far, because my sons are with me, boo. And they had daddies that just what? Just never seemed to manifestate. What does that mean? Manifestation. That it takes two, boo. And it just takes two. And when you have a life creation that was given to you, but then you chose not to put anything in, well, what can I say? Choice is everything. I don't know. CBJ, I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, I should have did my hair and put some makeup on. I could have put some eyelashes on. You know, people like those eyelashes. But, you know, I have lots of pictures. And if I put a wig on, I look a little bit younger. But who cares about what you look like? Anyway, it's not about what you look like. Yeah, I am definitely black. So go back. Back to what? Back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now. Let's come on. I mean, people, we have chosen to what? Idolize. And when you idolize something, that means nothing. Because here we are. Here we are living in the year of 2025, and where most people who look like me have children, and their children never graduated from high school. And I said, well, goddamn, what were you doing for those 12 years? You just got a letter grade of F and just got promoted to the next. And they're talking about that shit like it's social and emotional learning. And I'm saying, well, what is that? Help me with it, because pimping ain't easy, and equal access is the key. But you have to demonstrate, boo, that whatever you did for yourself, that you got to do for me. And I'm saying, everybody's got a thing. They soon ought to know how to handle it. But soon they're reaching out in vain and always worrying about smiling faces. Oh, but you better worry about a lot, because we got so much to worry about. It is June, and it's the 7th or the 8th, I don't know. But guess what? Pimping ain't everything. And, you know, I have this iPhone 14. It's supposed to be iPhone 14 Plus, but it seems like it is fucking me, really. And I'm saying, well, what is she saying about the iPhone 14? I'm saying that I was streaming live, like I'm streaming live right now. But, you know, when you pay for whatever, terabytes of space over there on Google One, and somehow your Google One account is just not connected to your email, your Apple your Apple ID. What are we talking about? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, CBJ, whatever. It is real. Because you don't know what you don't know, and you can only know what you know by what? Choosing to accept the challenge. And the challenge is you know, I think it was lean on me when you're not strong. Said I'll be your friend, I'll help you carry on. And whoa, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You remember that song, right? But you only get to hear those songs when they come back into your memories. And memories. I am going to be 67. Give me some birthday gifts. You know, you have those stars and all that other shit out there. Acknowledge. Do the work. Thank you. It is just a t-shirt. And it's talking about life and love and all of that. And the circle of life. And we don't even understand. Well, Thank you, but guess what? Whatever 67 looks like and whatever 30 looks like, because if I put a wig on, it looks like, ooh-wee. And pimping ain't easy, but guess what? If I was looking for that, but I'm not searching for that at all, it would make a difference. What I'm searching for is why people can tune into The Equalizer as a television show and get all emotionally engaged in that shit, and the shit's not real. And here we still understand that it's we the people, and we have to make these decisions. And what the hell happened with equal access under the United States Constitution of America? Because goddamn, when you're talking about African Americans and black folks, you know, the Negroes over there, then you can't say, ooh, Lord, what can I say? Because pimping ain't easy. And I said, well, we do it every day. But, you know, when they have places where you can go and dance on the tabletop and, hey, make your money, and then just bubble up. And I'm saying, Kendrick really did that shit, didn't he? He brought all of the hood niggas under one roof, and they all operate. And then guess what? He let them all break out and make some money on that shit. And guess what? It was the first time in a long time that everybody got to share the wealth because somebody wasn't the gatekeeper anymore. And we want to talk about gatekeeper. Yes, we do, as we've given China. Well, you know, what about B.B. King? And what about Bobby Blue Bland? And what about all these Negro American artists? And what about them when they do what? Prince and Michael. And what did they do? Because Michael came out and said they really don't care about us or you, but you didn't say nothing. And it's not about looks, is it? It's about trials and tribulations. And what are your trials and what are your tribulations? I don't care what you say I look like. And I don't care. You can go on my Facebook page. It is Darlene Billups. That is Billups Anderson on Facebook. And, you know, it's a public page. But they say I can't have any more friends over there. So you could just, you know, follow me. Then follow me. I used to wake up and I used to do, you know, writing. I used to write, you know, and just share whatever the universe wanted me to prepare for you. And as an individual, that's why I have the Parent Empowerment Half an Hour. But they're really not trying to promote that website. I mean, because they would have to pay me. So, you know, there are things that people do. Games people play, night and day, they just ain't making what they will do. And it really is to keep on fooling you because you got a choice. And what can I say? And I'll say this is my best song ever. If you had a choice of colors, which one would you choose, my brother? If there were no day or night, which would you prefer to be right? How long have you hated your white teacher? But who told you to love the black preacher and to respect your mother's women friends and share with black folks not of kin? Now people must prove to the people a better day is coming for you and for me with just a little bit more education and love for our nation. We'll have a better society. But then you understand, because some of us would just rather fuss and cuss all about things that they don't know nothing about, because you don't know nothing about. You don't know what you don't know. But I'm going to tell you, public education means public. And it means it's mandatory. And the state has been given the authority to oversee your ass. And you didn't even know that. That's how come we have 38% population of black children in the foster care system here in Viva Las Vegas. And I'm telling you, well, what about the 88% of black children in the juvenile facilities? But why would Nevada be found guilty of violating the Title II rights of those children that are being incarcerated? And I'm saying, you know, whatever. Oh, yes, I have some dance videos, and they're on my YouTube channel, so just look me up. I am 5'10", and I weigh 182 pounds, and I'm not obese. And I have not been with a man for more than whatever years. But guess what? I know to love who is me. And, it's about that impossible dream because we are not there yet. But when you understand that they don't get to open the door, somebody's knocking at the door, but somebody's ringing the bell. So do me a favor and open the door. But then it is what Dolly said. Nobody knows what's going on behind. So we are all in that Diddy shit. And what did he do? I don't know. Somebody put him in a position to approve or disapprove. And do what? He did whatever he wanted to do. So, the whole thing is I don't know what we're discussing in the Diddy trial, but why they get to go back more than 20 years, I'm just disgusted because people should have been held responsible then and not now. And if they really didn't want to be in the center limelight, why did they choose to keep it a secret? And secrets are what? But when you didn't moved on and had more than one child with another man, why you keep on digging back? Oh, because you're missing. You wish you could just continue on making what you was making and getting blessed by whatever you was getting blessed by. But I'm saying, I guess it wasn't a blessing because you really didn't bless you and appreciate. What can I have your number? I'm on WhatsApp, but hey, like I said, I ain't looking for nobody. And that's just real. I know what the blessing is in life. And it is just to wake up and be free of the things that people tell you that they should be and they're not. Because you have to love on you so you can love the world and be able to give of yourself so that you can do what? Make a difference. Because, I do. I make a difference every day. I filed a complaint against the state of Nevada. Yes, I did. I am on Instagram. Yes, I am. Darlene Anderson. Here I am, 1958, 1958, as I was born in 1958. And I am, have a crush, boo. But I'm saying, we just have to share and empower each other because guess what? Pimping ain't easy. And it is hot out here. It's getting ready to be hot. Like when I turn on the AC. My AC is outside. And it is 98 degrees, and I made an appointment for Nevada Energy to come and look at my AC unit, because they're saying that's why I have to pay $600 a month for a 2-bedroom prefab home that is like a metal box. And we got a brand new roof on this beautiful home, and it's a home that is my home for life. And I'm saying, when God does for you, nobody can take it away. Even though they wish they had the ability. But, when they didn't understand that, you were already prepared before you got here. So I have 4 terabytes of space over there. And I do mean terabytes. I mean terabytes of space over there on Google. And Google is part of YouTube, and YouTube is real. And so I've been streaming out here on YouTube, and all of my, somehow, videos have been filling up my local device where my hard drives are just overflowed with what? I'm saying you motherfuckers just didn't understand. They've been fucking me for a long time. So therefore I know what's happening. And it just took me a little bit of time to understand that you people were sitting on my neck and I couldn't breathe anymore. Do you understand I can't breathe? So many people don't. It's my hair. I need to put a little bend in it. You know what I'm saying? And I wish it would just stay like this. But it's not like this because it's nappy. And then, when you sweat, I don't know what a 67 looks like. I don't know. Y'all need to tell me what 67 look like. Because my mom passed away at 84. I drink alkaline water because I believe that it's better for the body. And I tried to lessen, the human, not the human, but the, real life meat. Oh, yeah. Shit. Would you not be sweating? It's 99 degrees out here in Las Vegas. I like to sit outside, but I'm just not gonna sit out here with no clothes on. That's real. And I just turned the fan on. And people think they know me because they watch me out here, but guess what? It just doesn't matter. Everybody's got to be willing to do what? Lead. Make a choice. Understand that we are responsible for ourselves as a people. And so, when they have this race factor, race is a critical factor. Well, for the race of the Negroes, well, who's speaking for them? And when I can't find anybody, and then when I do find the people, well, hell, what are they saying? They don't have any of the evidence that would demonstrate that we have the same access. You know what the Constitution says? Equal protection under the law. Equal access. What does that look like? Measured and monitored maintenance of effort. And when you can't find the maintenance of effort, then boo, guess what? I guess what? I could always just turn the camera off or I could always turn the camera around and you could just look at that. What about that? You can see my setup. That's good. Then you don't have to worry about me and my sweating. Because I think you were focusing on me the other day. But I told you, what I really want to do is build capacity out here because everybody has a voice. And what does your voice sound like? And I'm saying, well, guess what? The real issue in life is what have you been given to do? And what is your on the DAC fan baby face become oily, of course. Well, at 67, it is what it is. Yep. And we are who we are. But the amazing thing is that the other day I had over 400 and something people that went into this live. And then I went to go look for the video. Oh, it disappeared. And I said, well, it didn't even save. And I said, I had my son take a picture because I couldn't believe that there was over 400 and some odd people. And can we truly connect? Can we do this? Or will there always be house Negroes worrying about you messing it up as you just a field Negro? And I've always been a field Negro because guess what? People looked at me like they looked at me, but I had 3 baby daddies. I tried 3 times to do what? To find the right mate, and it just didn't work. So then I learned that you gotta love yourself. And it doesn't really matter because whatever your journey is here is just a journey. What man? Oh, 2 in the urn and 1 to go. The 1 to go, he had a wife. And so, he's struggling with his wife. And it doesn't really matter because he chose, I'm telling you how good the Lord is. So, my son was born on April the 21st. I know you can't see me because you was talking so much about me sweating. And so my son was born on April the 21st. And then his birthday is on April the 20th. And so you know what? I'm blessed to have me. And when I know who I am, that's all that matters. Because I'm not searching for anyone because, you have to learn how to love yourself so you can love others without any expectation of return. And so, hey, this is good. This is good because you're choosing to pay attention, and this is a live stream. And no, my name is not Usher, and I am not DMX, I'm not Snoop, I'm not anybody, I'm just me. And you can say DA or DBA, doing business as, hey, whatever, it is real. Well, I'm thinking, you're thinking, and I'm looking great, and I'm telling you, I don't know what you look like, because you just got to see by your name, but I'm just saying, it's not about looks anyway. It's only about what you're willing to do. And I'm out here, and people say some foul things, but you got to understand that when you make yourself look like you look, when you ever focus on so many things that make no difference. The only thing that makes a difference is what will you do as it is 2025. You see Elon and the BF, his bestie over there, Donald, the D. I mean, they BFFs. I thought they were BFFs for life. And, I'm going to tell you who understood BFFs, because Baby Bush, he said, either you're with me or you're riding against me, and if you're riding against me, boo, you ain't going very far. And that's what he said when he was in office. So there was always red light, green light, yellow light, caution, and people were urged to call their Congress people. But I'm just saying, okay, black people, yeah, I can read the comments. It's just me talking. Would you like to talk? You want to come in on the live stream? I don't know. I think you can request it. Come on in the door and I'll let you in. But it has to be worthy. You have to be worthy of saying something. Yes, I do read the comments, and it's not about me. Because if I was worried about looking for a man, I'd go look for one. But I know I can have a man any day because I know what I look like. And I know how to present myself. And I'm just not looking for anyone. Well, thank you so much But life is really about where we are, as it is 2025. And we're midway in the halfway of the year. And here we are doing what? We're not even talking about the children who are not making it. But, the Biden-Harris administration certainly said what? They said every 3-year-old in America born in 2020 would be enrolled in an education program in 2024. And I'm saying, well, where did the states present the data? Because you people don't even understand states' rights is real. States' rights says the state can do whatever it wants to do until the people step up and do what? Protest. And so even though I protest, am I on the top? No. I don't know about lipstick. You want to see some lipsticks? I'll go get some. I don't know. Y'all want to talk about looks, and I want to talk about pimping. Because pimping ain't easy, but then I say, God damn, somebody's got to do it. I'm going to go get something and put it on my mouth. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, I'm sure. Okay, made it back. With lipstick on, I got it. Hey, hey. All right, so, this is June the 7th or 8th, whatever. But it is 2025. And as we are Americans, I just ask the question, what are we doing to ensure that adequacy happens for the youngest and the neediest of children? And, they used to talk about that talented tip. But when you look back and you see a tenth of the population of African Americans, which is like 11,000, so maybe it's even 1,100. But where are they? Because even if we have people that are graduating these created degrees, those degrees are not what? Supporting the community. Born in the USA. Born in Mississippi. Born in the USA. That was a song. It was real because I was born in the USA. And I'm just an American. No, but the deal is that I do have a podcast. It is called Parent Empowerment, half an hour. It's over there on Spotify. And when they're not promoting you, then they're promoting themselves. But even if they're promoting you, you're so unaware because you're not getting to claim any of the revenue from that promotion. And I'm saying, well, pimping ain't easy, but then when we just allow people to do whatever they want to do to us, then who are we? And what is the value of this, we the people? And I don't care about the Black Lives Matter or the It's Lives Matter because I am. Oh, well, isn't that amazing? Because when you're in America, you just have to love the USA. And that's just real. And what does that mean? I'm just trying to understand how this administration is criminalizing students who are here on a visa who may have sat in or participated in a protest. I'm saying, but this is what America is about. It's all about having the right to protest for your rights. And if we're teaching them what Americanism is all about, what the fuck is really going on? Because I'm going to tell you, the Constitution says equal access, and the Constitution says equal protection, and the Constitution says a lot of all these things where states don't have none of that goddamn data that demonstrates what? That they provided you with the same services as they provide for the wealthy. And then, we're getting a Texas station here. Oh, the A's, we're bringing the Oakland A's to Las Vegas. Viva! Just like we bought the Raiders here. And the Raiders are here. And who they choose to support as a for-profit agency is their business. Well, then please subscribe to my channel and do more than that. Share my channel. Because this is what I'm out here doing. I'm sowing seed to reap the harvest. Because somebody gets to choose the open door. Somebody's knocking at the door, but somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor and open the door and let them in. Hell yeah. And that's what it's all about. Because what? Reality is what it is. And, if Dick Gregory used to say it all the time, television, and it is truly just a vision that you, can comprehend. But if you ain't never been there, then don't expect a lot. Because pimping ain't easy. But everybody's got to do it. Because you are a good YouTuber. Well, I don't know what a good YouTuber is, but I know that my channel is here and you're on my live. And you can follow me and you could go in there and look at the videos. And then understand that I've just shared my life. I have 3 sons, and what? And, I have that Google OneDrive. Now, that Google OneDrive was supposed to be backing up all my YouTube videos. And somehow what? Somehow, all my YouTube videos just filled up my goddamn drive. And I'm saying, you people are ignorant. Do you understand fault tolerance? Fault tolerance says that it's always going to revert back to where it should be. And I've got to wait for 3 days for my shit to go from my phone, my device, to go over there on my Google OneDrive, as I have paid $99 a year to have 4 terabytes of space to save my videos. And I'm saying, oh, well, when your program is not working like it should work, yes, subscribe to me. I trust you can go 1 million subscribers. Oh, I don't know, but I know one thing. Pimping ain't easy. And when you decide to do what it is you do, you have to do what it is you have to do. Because it is what it is. And, what can I say? When, that's sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tides roll away. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for. It's just like nothing's gonna come my way. And it's just real. It is your own perspective that limits you, because we're also individual. My YouTube name is You Here, boo. Darlene Anderson. Maybe a 1958 behind it, but it is Darlene Anderson. And I have Citizen Anderson over there on Pod, BEAN. But Parent Empowerment Half an Hour is over there, on Spotify. It was on Anchor, but they took away Anchor and they took away Wisdom, but they just took our money, boo. But that day is coming too. Our day will come when we have everything. And it is going to happen. It's going to happen. Because pimping ain't easy, but somebody's got to do it. Show my height. I'm 5'10". I am 5'10". That's what I am. And like I said, I'm not obese. And no, I don't have no big old ass. So, I don't even... And some people, even at my age, are trying to do what? Go for those BBLs. Big butt lifts, I guess. I don't know. Instead of doing those squats that they need to do. Hey, stand up, please. That's a lot. Stand. And like I said, as I walked into the room, I know who I am. There we are. 5'10". Yep. And I have 3 sons. And my 3 sons are at my beck and call. There we go. 41, 39, and 27. So I don't have to fear anything because I don't date. Left that shit alone a long time ago. And I started understanding that you have to love yourself in order to do what? Even share yourself and help other people. Because you can't help anybody if you're afraid of helping yourself. And I ain't afraid of helping myself. I mean, I've just met the governor, both governors, but, that Governor Lombardo, and, he wants to give school choice to everybody. And I think that we all should have school choice. Yes, failure would never be an option. But you don't even understand. You don't understand special education. No, you don't, because it is the long arm of the federal government coming in and giving you equal protection under the law and equal access and all of those equals and equals and equals. And guess what? It makes a difference because pimping ain't easy. But failure would never be an option for me. I was so blessed to be put in a position to go back and attend public school with my children. And my youngest one, I had to just do what? Go every single day. Because they were always doing something that violated him and his personal rights. And I'm saying, but see, you have to understand children have rights too. And it makes a difference because the letter grade of F is not supported in this society. So failure is not an option. But the state should be held accountable for the children who are just not making it. That's why I had that McKinney-Vento grant. That McKinney-Vento grant, I encourage everybody who lives in America, if you was born in the USA, and I'm saying that you need to get on and look at your state's upload of the McKinney-Vento grant. And there's a community capacity grant or some grant. Oh, I'm not obese. No. I suggest people need to eat right because they got to shit every day. And quite frankly, if you got a big old belly, that's just a big pot of shit. And that's just real. And what can I say? We all have to do what we got to do. But if you ain't doing nothing and you just don't do politics, well, I don't even know what to say. Because we all pay, and that's just real. I don't know what that grande is. Well, you just sharing some love, and thank you for the love. I'll put it like that. Wish there was some stars or something else you could do so then I could continue. Oh, well, then it's the likes and the shares, I think, that makes a difference. Because that's how you build capacity out here. You have to have people that support you. Yes, and isn't that true? People who don't fight for their kids don't get shit. And I love being a scringe. What is that? I am so single. Loving me. I put them boots on the ground and, hey, where them fans at? Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Got my fan ready. One of these days I'm going to learn the boots on the ground. And that's just real. But, I'm living in Las Vegas. And it's getting ready to be over 100 and something degrees. And for the people who live here and senior citizens who were born here, the people who got a regular old high school diploma, they still are not reading beyond age-appropriate level. And I'm saying, do you not understand that they have already figured out this educational thing? And by every 3-year-old should be at a certain place. And if you haven't arrived yet, that's a problem. You have to figure out what services are in the community that you can actually access. And, there are all these services. And my son had speech and language development all the way until the 12th grade. That's right. He learned how to communicate with other people by working with the speech pathologist that was hired through Kaiser Permanente. And I'm saying, we just had all those services, and I feel I'm so sorry people don't have any services because they don't even assess the children at 3 years old. And, I'm not wrinkly. That's real. See, I come up close. I've got a few wrinkles up here and some fat cheeks right here. Probably would do good to do that exercise, all those facial exercises, so I can do whatever I want to do. because life is about what I want to do, not necessarily accept my friend requests on Instagram. Well, did you request me to be a friend? If it's there, I'll do it, boo. Because I haven't exceeded my number of friends over there on Instagram. However, I've already exceeded the number of friends I can have on Facebook. And it's okay. Because y'all need to find me. You need to find my podcast. It's Parent Empowerment Half an Hour. It's over there on Spotify. And there and where I have recorded videos, and god damn, since I got here 2020 or 2021, and just sharing, I watched the videos. I watched them. I recorded the people that were in legislative authority here in Nevada. No, I don't have no big belly. And if I needed to, look, right before my 27-year-old was born, I had a six-pack. And because he had to be birthed like through C-section, what? It's real. So I had to have the surgery. And so when they cut you right there on your abdomen. And they cut me right there where I had the skin graft because I have a burn on my leg. And my gut, I don't have a flap. And am I proud about how I look? Hell yeah, because I fit a size 6 pants. And I snug as a bug right there. Probably could do some squats to have some ass increase. But guess what? I'm not worried about how I look. I know I look damn good wherever I go. That's what I know. And I guess you can find me on the front page of the Nevada whatever it is, because I went to a public hearing. They took my picture. Now, they didn't exactly get me in all of my best glamour, but guess what? It doesn't matter. I was effective. And it's real. I'm supposed to be having an appointment for somebody to come and check out my AC unit as it freezes, the line freezes, and I don't know why it freezes. But every summer we have the same problem. We just have to, stretch it out. But when you live in the city of lights, and that's where I live, in the city of lights 24/7, people out here that support the city of lights are not being given a fair chance. And even though we have, the SEIU, and they're supposed to be representing the workers here. And so that's why some of the workers get child care. Whisperings. I like beads. And I like beads. I got them. I got all my beads at the Goodwill. Yeah, I just like them. Hey, it is just what it is. Life is so good. And you can only enjoy life as it is a gift. And if you have other gifts to attend to, then I suggest you attend to your gifts. Because it's your obligation as an individual to do what? Make sure that life happens for what? Make sure that life happens for your children. And thank you so much for the compliments. But like I said, do me a favor and share my live. And then also go over there on Spotify and find me, Darlene Anderson's Parent Empowerment Half an Hour, and share that. I'm saying that it is up to me to do. Oh yeah, thrift store shopping here in Nevada is awesome because on Mondays it's dollar days, and on Wednesdays it's 40% off. But every day is 20% off for senior citizens. And I'm just saying, hey, it's that boots on the ground. Because if you didn't know that you could do that, and my outfit today it only was $2. Last $2, and that's just real. $1, and it has to do with color tags. In America, we have to realize that we just have to show up. And what does showing up look like? It looks like in your local community, understanding that we don't need Al Sharpton. We don't need anybody. We need ourselves. But as American citizens, we have to write to the governor and say, excuse me, but I would like to know how many babies were born in the year of 2020. And by ethnicity, how did you provide services for all of those children? Well, thank you so much. They are just blue shorts. They're actually spandex and blue shorts, stretchy kind of shit. But it's like 99 degrees. It's getting ready to be 100. It was just what I'm doing right now. I'm blessed. I told you, I've been on Social Security since I was 38. Maybe you go look at some other videos and you'll understand that. I was working for Los Rios Community College District. in the mailroom, and they had been ordered to transition the room to make it more properly ventilated. Well, I was pregnant at that time, and the fumes from the copiers were affecting me as an individual. And then I had problems with the employee, my coworker, and then when she slapped me, I think it just went, kind of whatever. But anyways, I just accepted a settlement agreement and left because I filed a complaint through EEOC. And y'all need to understand, everybody gotta fight for what you gotta fight for your rights, and you just have to fight for your rights. Because in America, if you don't fight, guess what? Thank you so much. You must like me, CBJ. Are you gonna have a talk so I can follow you and then see what you have to say? I think that's only unfair, whatever. But in America, hey, we have so much work to do. And, since 1964, in 1964, it was 2024. And some 70 years later, you don't have nothing to say what you've done in America to create equality or access. And I'm saying, oh no, did you not know? Did you not know we all have an obligation to ourselves? And whatever God gave you, then you don't need to be focused on anybody, just whatever your challenges are. And some people have challenges just communicating. They don't think beyond the little box, and the box is so tiny. And it really is. But I'm working on right now having access to my goddamn devices, because when you pay over $1,000 for a device and then it fills up, when you're paying $99 a year for Google OneDrive and you have 4 terabytes of space, but the shit that you're recording is filling up your drive, help me with the fill up. I am 67. No, I'm not 40. I don't do 40. I don't do babies. My son is 41. Yep, and he's awesome and he's amazing. And, I do that. 41, my child. 38, 39, my child. And 27, my child. And even my nephews, I have nephews, and, I'm 100% because, my nephew, Kevon, he has, A City on Fire. And he gave me that song for my opening for my Podbeam, Citizen Anderson over there on Podbeam. My city on fire. And it's talking about a young person's perspective about where they are, just fighting to get ahead. And it's just real. And we have an expectation that after the mandatory 12, our children will be given opportunities. But this social promotion and this failure of social emotional learning, and I'm saying, what is willful defiance? Somebody help me with that shit. But who gets to determine that you just ain't gonna make it? And I'm saying, oh no, because there is a requirement for the federal government that requires states to turn in what is considered a manifestation determination hearing, and during that process, because it's a legal time, manifestation determination hearing. Go look it up. And then they have the district where your child was placed has to demonstrate all the things that they did to transition you. And hopefully, if they're saying that the behavior that you exemplified or put out there was not due to your disability, then guess what? They can't expel you for it. But these motherfuckers are just expelling 5-year-old babies. And I'm saying, oh no. Did you not know that public education is for the youngest and the neediest of children? And what is it that you're doing? If you're not doing what? You're not standing up, stand and deliver. And so I encourage everyone to go to usa.gov and understand that your trials and tribulations, and we're buying all these damn devices that can be turned off or turned on at will. And I'm saying these people have lost their mind. They don't know anything about fault tolerance, but I do. So you do you, and I'll do me. And when we come together again, we'll do each other. Whatever that may be, whatever it may entail. Not a lot, believe me, because, I'm not interested only in myself. Whatever that self-aggrandizement, that's me. It's all about me. But you need to be all about you, but you really need to look around at people who look like you and say, hey, excuse me, but what's happening? Because we're not making it over there. So until we meet again, I'll say like, subscribe, and share my podcast. Subscribe and share my podcast over there on Spotify. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So what will you do in 2025? Well, I hope you'll be alive. Grand rising to you all. Y'all have a blessed day.